We are about 15 miles west of downtown Phoenix at State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. So this was the scene a moment ago. The Cardinals emerging from their tunnel, and we are ready for football as the Cards get set to match up with the Atlanta Falcons. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
Let's go! Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Ready. Hey, hold on. Check me out. Tighten up. Watch the safety creep.
A look at Kerryon Johnson, second-year man out of Auburn. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
On 2nd down, here's Murray. He's going to air one out. He's got him in, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Out of the pistol, here's Johnson. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And not much running room. Down to the 32.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Watch the twins. 25. Check 25.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a 1st down.
That's right, baby. They don't want
1st and 10 at the 40.
The 1st down carry here for Johnson. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball.
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Kerryon Johnson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's Dalvin Cook, 3rd-year back from Florida State. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Ryan, the left side completion to Jones. That catch for his career is number 731, and that's the number that Calvin Johnson ended with when he stopped his career in 2016.
Yeah, what could have been for him. So maybe now what we'll see is someone else continue to elevate their game and put this number well in his rearview mirror. I think 800, not out of line here.
It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
Hey, 25! 43! I'm coming after you! I'm coming after you!
Here's Ryan to throw. And finding the tight end, Hooper. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to the ground, Cook. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game. And that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
That one, a gain of 20 and a 1st down. Ryan in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now it's Ryan. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw again, Ryan. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He was looking for Julio Jones, his Pro Bowl receiver, but now it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
On 2nd and goal, Cook waiting in the backfield all alone. Now Ryan. This is caught. It's Sanu this time for a Falcon touchdown. Mohamed Sanu, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. Tavecchio good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. Accelerating, and off he goes. The 20. Touchdown, Cardinals. Christian Kirk, 99 yards. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork, to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking...
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Back in Arizona, second quarter action. It's the Cardinals in possession as they've got it with second down and less than a yard. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. Johnson running right. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And all of a sudden here, it's third down. Murray going to try to throw on third down. And that is incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
Well, later tonight, we have more football. Sunday night football, a good one out west. Steelers and Chargers might see equal amounts of black and gold mixed with a powder blue in the stands for that one. And then tomorrow, Monday night football, Detroit and Green Bay battle in the NFC North from Lambeau Field. They go play action with Ryan. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
It's a gain of 20.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Terrell Suggs, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Ryan. And here is a leaping catch. He pulled it in. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. 4th down. Here's Ryan. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And that little deke, the juke move that we saw, able to give him the first down yardage before he's brought down. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. Ryan now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. A give. This is Cook. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
From the 30 on second down, Ryan, he almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, Ryan. And that will be incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. They have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
Now Murray throwing on second down. Sliding out of the... Oh, now Murray has it stripped. And the Falcons grab it. Oh, he's got a little daylight. But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
At their own 25-yard line.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. This one complete to the running back, Chase Edmonds. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it second down. Second down, Murray sets to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Throwing now is Murray. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. From the 45 on 2nd down, Ryan getting it out left side to Sanu. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Mohamed Sanu is a guy that is often overlooked because he just quietly goes about his business. But how about last season? Had a career-high 838 yards on 66 catches, and he can also play Wildcat quarterback for you as well.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play. Calvin Ridley more than justified his first-round selection in 2018. 64 catches as a rookie and found the end zone 10 times. Did a nice job getting open right there and picking up a first down.
Now Ryan connects with Sanu right side. And down inside the 15 he goes. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Ryan to the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. To throw is Ryan. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It is tough to complete pass against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. The kick by Tavecchio is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
The clock showing just 16 seconds till the half as they line up 1st and 10. Murray now on 1st down. Rolling to his right. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. So we have reached halftime now with the visiting Falcons out on top. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Jones. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield. Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The Falcons on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. He's got Hooper on the short connection. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
21.
Here's Ryan. Looking deep for Julio. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver. But it's going to be 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Ryan. And he's going to be taken down. Back across midfield, just across midfield at the 49. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Luke Stocker, his first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 22-yard line.
You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it.
Desmond Trufant there making the tackle.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. James Washington was the intended target, and it's third down.
6 yards to go.
From the gun on third down, Murray rolling to his left. Murray fighting, lost the football, and the Falcons grab it. And now off to the races down the right side. And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD. The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. Following the fumble recovery, it's Ryan. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
I got you. I got you.
Throwing on first down is Murray. Left side here, caught by Clay. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Here's Murray. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Adrian Claiborne in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long.
Here we go, here we go. Rush in, rush in.
Murray with a 3rd and long. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's Andy Lee now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taking it about the 16. A great return there of 22 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their 38. Try to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They run it again with Cook. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Give the tackle to Hassan Reddick.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
From the gun on 3rd down, Ryan. Hard throw, incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. Kirk now, the return man. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. 1st down, Murray. This complete to the tight end, Clay. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Murray to throw on 3rd and 1. On the move to his left. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Adrian Claiborne, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Man open right side, it's the tight end Clay. And he will have the 1st down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a 1st down.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a 1st down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 16 yards, a 1st down.
Partner, they weren't quite in the red zone, but things are starting to get condensed on the field. Throwing the corner route there, really nice play because it gives them a little bit of room to complete it.
Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll make it 2nd and goal. On second down, here's Murray. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Charles Clay, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals cut into that lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They start the drive with Cook. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. So the solid run on first, and I would imagine no real hurry to run that second down play.
No, it's all in your quarterback now. He's going to keep an eye on the play clock and bleed things down, and he's not going to let the ball be snapped until it's inside 3 seconds left on the play clock. Unless, of course, you're playing a video game, you're trying to run it up on your brain.
Nice touch. Cold-blooded, too. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Ryan. Ooh, the juke. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Two-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Call it a gain of 3, and it'll be 2nd down. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
6 yards there off the scramble, but it will still leave them with a 3rd down. Under 4 to play now. Clock running, 3rd down. Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Clay. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a 1st down. But correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Andy Isabella was the intended target. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Ryan now to throw on 3rd down. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he's got this down to the 35. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Now it's Ryan. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, fourth quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. The Falcons on third down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Ryan. It's caught. Jones. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted him.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Dalvin Cook, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons will extend their lead. Tavecchio good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. Another try after the 1st down sack. Murray. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Now the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
But it's brought in by Washington. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Murray going to throw. He's going to let it fly. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
A loss of 2.
40, 40, 45.
At the 13-yard line.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Falcons, they pick up their 2nd win now on the year, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Arizona, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3, and they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash and love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. I just got bags from Prada. Rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place when we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Down from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no more. You better go back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash and love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down with the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top when the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up.
I can't take no. You better call back up.